Hi, this is Grandma Betty back with her stories, and I'd like to read this one to 8 to 10-year-olds probably, and it's called The Top Cat in the Big Top. "Let's ride the roller coaster," yelled Billy. "Then the bumping cars," suggested Jenny. The Big Top was something to see and was always the main attraction at the amusement park, but it would have to wait. Jenny and Billy's excitement was at a peak as they headed first for the rides. "Oh no, my cat followed me," bellowed Jenny. "Don't worry, I'll catch him," shouted Billy, as he ran as fast as he could to catch Whispers, but the cat disappeared in the crowd. "That's okay, he'll probably find his way back home in a little while," assured Billy. The roller coaster went straight up. It looked like it reached the clouds. It turned upside down, sped around the whole park, then dropped down toward the ground. "Let's go on here again," yelled Jenny. "Oh no," Billy shouted back. "Let's go on the rocket ship." It spins around several times as it swirls up in the air and down again. Sometimes it stays upside down for a long time before it comes back down. Billy and Jenny were enjoying some cotton candy when they noticed some people running toward the Big Top tent. "I wonder why all those people are running," Billy wondered out loud. "Let's go see," answered Jenny. The big tent was crowded and they couldn't see what was going on. Pushing their way up front, they both spotted a cat on the side and near the top of the tent. Then they saw two firemen climbing up the poles. The cat kept climbing until it reached the top. Billy asked a man, "What's going on?" He told Billy the cat started climbing up the tent and couldn't get back down. When the firemen started up the poles to rescue it, the cat probably became frightened and climbed even higher. It took the men a long time to climb that high. They tried to coax the cat toward them, offering a little treat, but it just kept climbing. Just about everyone in the park was gathered at the Big Top. People would cheer as the men climbed closer. "The scared cat, he doesn't know the men want to help it," said Billy, loud enough as if he was talking to the cat. "I wonder who owns the cat?" he asked. "We don't know, but it may have followed someone here, or maybe it's a stray," answered a concerned onlooker. "Billy, do you think it's Whiskers?" asked Jenny. "I can't tell from here. We'll have to wait and see." It seemed like hours, but finally the tan and black stray cat began to purr as one of the firemen were able to reach it and pull it toward him. He gently placed it in a pouch that was strapped over his shoulder. A big cheer went up from the crowd as the firemen descended down the poles with the once scared but now seemingly contented cat. Billy and Jenny raced over to the firemen, and sure enough it was Whiskers, who had a collar with a phone number on it in case he got lost. He didn't get lost, but he did get into a lot of trouble with Jenny, even though she had to admit that he was the top cat in the Big Top and the main attraction for a little while. Thank you. And this one is called The Elusive Trophy, and I hope you enjoy it. "I'm going to win a trophy this time, Mom, maybe even two. Competition was tough at Camp Sunshine, but David could hardly wait to get into the activities. He was broad-shouldered and strong for his 12 years. Everybody at the community pool knew that he was an excellent swimmer, but somehow he has never won an event at the summer camp. One of his most challenging competitors was a guy named Austin, who aced David out of an event last year, just by a few seconds. Austin was tall and lanky, but very strong. His length was a big asset in swimming distances. David has been practicing all year and has won several local competitions. He knew he would be facing tougher and more experienced competition. Still, he felt more confident about winning a trophy this year. Camp Sunshine was known for its competitive sports. Track and field was also a favorite, but took second to the swimming events. Children from ages 8 through 12 years old from the surrounding communities enjoyed the camp for several weeks in the summer. And this was David's last year. The competition was broken down to age categories. Austin and David were in the preteen division. When a camper wins a trophy, the cabin he is in also wins a banner. "I'm really ready this time," David shared with his friends in cabin 3. Swimming was one of the big events of the season. The smells from the pool area helps to set the mood for the contest. Excitement was in the air, and the swimmers did last-minute stretching before taking their stance and wishing each other good luck. Austin was back again, and even though he was a very good athlete, he had a problem with vanity. He always flaunted his winnings, and that turned his fellow competitors off. He especially got a kick out of taunting David. "You must like to lose, David. That's exactly what you will do again when you compete with me. Again this year, Austin. Not this year, Austin. I'm more prepared and in better shape." The swimmers were ready, the whistle blew, and they were off to capture the trophy. The crowd was going wild. All the cabins were cheering for their guys. Cabin 3 campers were yelling above them all, "Go, David, you can do it. Win us a banner." He and Austin both passed the other swimmers with no problem. But David was behind Austin again. Then they were side by side. Austin got a sudden burst of energy and surged ahead. "Come on, David. Go, go, go. Get him, David. You can do it." Shouts for Austin were heard too, but cabin 3 was heard above the crowd. Both boys were struggling to keep up their pace. They were neck and neck. It was hard to tell who was ahead. It would be a very close finish. Suddenly David soared in front and raced to the finish line. His buddies swarmed around him as they unfurled the banner so they could hang it proudly on their cabin. David enjoyed the trophy for a while. Then he donated it to his community pool. After all, if he didn't have that pool to practice in, he would never have won the trophy. It wasn't elusive after all. Thank you. Tune in again.